Today we're gonna present about the Sabah Water Department scandal. I'm Rubika.
I'm Rubika.
I'm Tengku
I'm
Ria.
Victoria.
I'm Hui
I'm
Wen.
Yiwen.
I'm Chen Fang.
I'm
I'm
Cherry.
And I'm Mahzabin.
Next. Today we are examining the 2016 Sabah Water Department scandal, one of Malaysia's biggest corruption cases. This case revealed a deep network of corruption within the department responsible for providing clean water in Sabah. Millions of ringgit meant for water projects were diverted into private hands through money laundering and abuse of powers instead of helping rural communities. Next. This case study focused on the 2016 Sabah Water Department corruption scandal, one of the Malaysia largest. The investigation by MSCC uncovered over 1,150 14 millions in cash hidden in luxury cars, houses, and office of senior officers. Funding for rural water supply project between 2008 and 2016 were instead diverted through bribery, money laundering, and abuse of power. Several arrests were made, and witnesses surrounded additional funds, exporting a major failure in transparency and public sector integrity. Next.
The corruption was a systematic system that ran for years, not a single bribe. They took several steps to achieve it. Number one, inflated contract. Contract prices were purposefully raised to include secret incentive. Number two, approved contractors. Only contractors who were related to the officials were permitted. Number three, payments. Divisional engineers were ordered to collect 27.5% of project value from contractors to shift it up the supply chain. And number four, laundering and concealment. Hid illegal funds by bank transfers made under the names of family members. So the laws that the people involved in this corruption violated are number one, abuse of power, number two, accepting and soliciting bribes, number three, money laundering, and number four, criminal misappropriation of trust. So, number one, abuse of status. Senior officials violated Section 23(1) of the MSCC Act by using their power to give inflated contracts. And number two, fraud and corruption. Section 16 and 17A of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009. And number three, money laundering. The officials involved were found with 53.7 million in cash at home with luxury cars, jewelry, and titles and foreign bank accounts. The law they violated were Action 41A and 41B of the Anti-Money Laundering, Anti-Terrorism Financing, and Proceeds of Unlawful Activities. And number five, criminal breach of trust. The section they violated was Section 409 of the Penal Code. Next slide. So the relationship between the offenders, the core of this corrupt system were the top officials of the Sabah State Water Department. A close-knit network of influences was created by these individuals. They were responsible for funding distribution, project approval, and selections. So the system they created eventually helped them to raise their pocket money, not for the cause of the common people. Next slide.
Next, let's look at how the corruption started with inflated contracts. First, the government allocated RM 3.3 billion for rural water supply projects in Sabah. This money was supposed to help communities get access to clean water. However, when the projects were given out, The contract prices were purposely increased. This means the real cost of the project and the price charged the government very different. They added extra amount on top of the actual cost. Tengku, I haven't go for the next slide. It's on the second slide.
Which one?
The
This
inflated
one.
contracts. Yeah, I haven't finished. Why did they do this? Because those extra. No, haven't. Yeah.
Which one?
What? This one. Inflated contracts.
Okay.
Why did
Okay.
they do this? Because those extra amount contained hidden kickbacks. These kickbacks were secretly included in the project cost and later taken by the official involved. So the inflated prices were not for the benefit of the project. It was a way to secretly collect money for themselves. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. Now let's look at how the money was collected and moved within the corruption network. First, after the contractor received their projects, the district engineers were the ones who collected the 27.5% payment. This payment was not optional. Contractors had to pay it if they wanted their project to be approved or their claims to be processed. Once the district engineers collected their money, it flowed upwards to the senior officers at the Sabah Water Department. This was a structured system almost like an organized chain of command. Everyone in the hierarchy knew their role in collecting and passing the money. Next slide.
Now I'm going to talk about impact on individuals or organization. Next page. Hmm. Firstly, impact on individuals. The Sabah Water Department corruption scandal put people involved in it through quite serious personal times. When the senior officers who took advantage of public funds had made with criminal cases, dismissals, and losses of assets and reputation, not only is their reputation and credibility completely destroyed, but they can only gain from the corruption temporarily, yet pay for it for life. Next page. Honest workers also paid a price. They experienced declining morale and public distrust, and society began to view the entire department as corrupt. People who were even not associated with the scandal faced social stigma, workplace conflict, and destroyed unity in the organization. Next page. Now I'm going to talk about impact on organization. From a corporate level, the reputation of the water department in Sabah was badly hit. Public confidence took a plunge. It became hard to work together with other organizations and contractors. It has been a big trouble for clean water, and the government lost many money because of it. Next page. After that, the department went through internal inspection, restructuring, and was subject to stricter monitoring from the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Agency (MACC). Though needed, these reforms drew money from important services. The case showed that corruption within individuals can make organization morality, 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 efficiency, and citizens trust weak.
Lesson learned from the Sabah Water Department scandal. The scandal reveals serious weaknesses in governance, accountability, and public oversight. It also shows how corruption can continue for years when there is no transparency. Overall, the scandal teaches Malaysia that strong system, ethical leadership, and public involvement are necessary to prevent misissue of fund. Lack of transparency enables corruption. From this scandal, the first lesson is about transparency. The corruption went on for too many years because spending was not monitored properly. Projects, contracts, and budgets were not checked closely, which created opportunities for bribery and money laundering. This teaches us that government agency must have stronger internal controls. Regular audits and open reporting systems are needed so that any suspicious activity can be detected early. Script corruptions harm the people. The second lesson is the corruption directly affects citizens. Sabah has areas with poor water supply, yet millions of ringgit was stolen. Funds that were meant to improve water infrastructure did not reach the people who needed them. This shows that corruption is not a victimless crime. The one who suffer are the most the one who suffer the most are ordinary citizens, especially the poor. When public money is misused, development slows down and communities continue to struggle. Importance of strong anti-corruption agency (MAACC). Large cash seizures show corruption can be uncovered with proper enforcement. MACC needs power, independence, and adequate resources. The lesson: strengthening MACC ensures accountability even for high ranking officers. Need for ethical culture in public service. Rules alone are not enough without integrity among officers. Workers must prioritize public responsibility over personal gain. Lesson: promote ethic training and integrity based value in the civil service. Public, the next, this is the last uh, for the lesson learned. Public participation matters. Citizens who demand transparency reduce corruption risk. Whistleblowers need encouragement and protection. Lesson: open government information empowers the public to prevent future scandals.
The conclusion. Uh, the schedule shows corruption destroy trust and slow development. Uh, Malaysia must improve transparency, uh, improve transparency, strengthen enforcement, build an ethical public service culture, increase public involvement, and only then can government funds be protected for the people, not for the personal.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.